Welcome guys to Iraq Corner. Today we will talk about what is actually happening in Iraq. Now, if you didn't know, we are currently having demonstrations, and those demonstrations are similar to the ones that happened in 2013, 2014, which led to ISIS terrorists. Now, does that mean we're going to have some ISIS group out of these demonstrations, just like what the US Department of State have been talking about or warning us about all the time? The answer is no. There is no chance for that to happen again in Iraq, just because of the fact that those people who are demonstrating today are the same people who fought ISIS. In fact, ISIS targeted those people just because of the fact that they are Shia. So you might think that the US Department of State are stupid for saying such a thing, but you know what? Actually, I would like to say that the US Department of State are smart in creating things up and making things up in the area. That's why they say such a things and come up with such a statements. Now, going back to the demonstrations and why we are having them in the first place. Are we supposed to be freed from terrorism? Are we supposed to be having a strong army right now? Are we supposed to be having a government that have the will to rebuild the country and fight corruption? Well, it all started when the United States recently imposed sanctions on Iran. And the crazy thing about it is that the United States asked all the countries around the world not to trade in with Iran anything using the US dollars. And for that reason, Iraq has nothing but to be committed to what the United States are saying. Iraq is in no position really to stand against what the United States are saying today. And the thing is, Iraq had a deal with Iran where Iran's supposed to be supplying electricity to Iraq while Iraq's supposed to be paying the bills using the US dollars. For that reason, Iraq didn't pay the bills, and guess what? Iran turns down the electricity on Iraq, and the southern provinces of Iraq are out of electricity, and the people are off in the streets. And what is insane about that is that the very hot temperature at the southern provinces of Iraq, especially in Basra. Now, if you don't believe it, you can actually cook an egg on the streets. And if you don't believe me, people take showers in the streets there in Basra. So that's how crazy it is. And the people are just went off the government also, just because of the fact that the government didn't provide any stable electricity or clean water or jobs for 15 years. Now, the unemployment rate is way over 50%. Unlike what the tradingeconomics.com are saying or any research center. I saw some figures showing 14.8% or something about the unemployment rate. You can ask any official in Iraq, you can ask any citizen in Iraq, they're going to tell you exactly what I'm telling you. So the government just came up with a solution, a great solution. They said that we're going to actually give you 10,000 jobs right now and things going to be sorted. But actually, we are having over 1.5 million unemployed person in Basra itself. So that's what a great solution. I mean, congratulations. I mean, that was just one of the most stupid solutions that the government came up with. And so the people just continued demonstrating, really. I mean, that's not really the thing that the people are looking for. That's not the only thing. Not a 10,000 jobs, not a 20,000 jobs, not even 50,000 jobs. But the one thing that I agree with is that the government actually came up with a rule with the foreign companies that 50% of their employees must be actually Iraqi. So I am actually I'm with it actually. I'm not against it. But the thing is, such a solution came late, and I don't know why the government didn't do it. Why they waited for the people to demonstrate against them and ask and demand for so many things, and they just came up with it. I mean, I don't really understand until now. And also another thing really important is corruption. Now, the Prime Minister Al-Adhami for 4 years, he have been actually talking a lot about fighting corruptions and bringing the corrupted people to the court. Guess what? The 4 years are done and nothing really was implemented. None of the corrupted people came to the court or brought to the court. Nothing, just investigations, and that's it. Nothing really goes with that. They said, we were busy with ISIS, we are busy now with rebuilding the country, we don't have the funds to do this and that, but nothing really happened with corruptions. And the one thing that made the people really pissed off today is elections. I mean, the elections that we had recently, the elections of 2018 of Iraq, what happened is that Iraq in 2017 announced that we are actually having an electronic system for the 2018 elections, and that sounded fantastic because, you know, it will not be rigged. It's all electronic. There shouldn't be any problem with it. So the people were, oh my God, we are finally having something in Iraq that we could actually be proud of, at least among the Arab countries. And what happened is, when the elections happened, and it ended within 3-4 days, something like that, people didn't go for the elections. Only 19% participated in these elections. In fact, those 90% were reported that they are actually rigged. The United Nations said that, the government said that, the parliament also said that, and for that reason, the government just made an investigations, and the parliament also said that we need to investigate that. The United Nations were supporting the investigations, and after 3-4 months of waiting for the results were actually everything is correct. Everything is right. All the results are right. There are no changes. The elections are not rigged. So what was that actually? Why the United Nations said it was rigged? Why the government said it was rigged? Why there were actions taken on the people who were responsible on the electronic elections in the first place? So that was just one of the most crazy things, and that what actually encouraged the people today to demonstrate even more against the government. So now the big question is, are these demonstrations going to continue? In another 3 months, we are going to have winter, and winter in Iraq is really, really cold. And most of the demonstrations that happened previously all ended because of winter. Is this demonstration going to actually end with the winter, with the cold winter that we're going to actually face? We don't know. Are the people who are taking the heat today going to be capable of taking the winter as well, and the cold weather, and just really go off with their demands and just achieve all their demands? We don't know yet. We will discuss that next week. Thank you for watching.